Hey there, Grumpy Old Fart here. Be sure to check me out over on Rumble. There you'll find all of my stuff from YouTube, plus my political and social commentary and weekly current events, which YouTube frowns on. Links to my Rumble channel, as well as my other YouTube channels, and links to let you order my books are in the description of this video. If you enjoy my content, please like, subscribe, share, and comment. I welcome your comments, even if you disagree with me. Now, on with the video. Hey there, Grumpy Old Fart here. I'm doing a UFO crash report from August 16th, 1945 in San Antonio, New Mexico. On August 16th, on August 16th, 1945, make sure I got my date right, two boys, Jose Padilla, 9, and Remy Baca, 7, were riding horses across the Padilla Ranch near San Antonio, New Mexico. They were searching for lost cows. And that right there tells you something different between the kids back then and the kids today. Back then, they were riding horses across the ranch. 9 and 7 were riding horses across the ranch looking for lost cows. Today, you can't get them off their iPads or iPods or their smartphones or whatever the fuck. Okay, sorry. There was and today you can't trust 9 and 7-year-olds to do the dishes. I'm just saying. There was a loud explosion which shook the ground and a flash of light a few miles off. Fearing that an airplane had crashed, these two boys spurred their horses and raced to the crash site, hoping to help, because that's what you do, you know. It was indeed a crash site, but the craft was unlike anything they had ever seen. It was a round metallic object with a jagged gash in the side. It sat in the end of a long, deep skid mark where it had crashed. The boys moved closer and looked through the gash in the side. They saw small, rapidly moving figures within. Growing frightened, they raced home, where Jose told his father about it. His father, of course, dismissed it as a military project. There was a lot of military projects at the time. It was, World War II, or right after. Anyway, the military soon did arrive, and they secured the site. It was declared a downed weather balloon. Imagine that. The boys knew it was not a weather balloon. So at night, they snuck back and carried off a metal panel before the military carted the object off on a flatbed truck. They hid this panel under their house. Famed ufologist and investigator Jacques Vallée interviewed the Padilla and Baca in 2003. They described the beings in the craft as 4 foot tall with spindly limbs and heads their heads were resembling a praying mantis. The panel was analyzed in 2015. It was found to be a common aluminum alloy used in contemporary aircraft. So the panel wasn't anything otherworldly, as it were. It is possible that the panel was from was not from the craft, but was from the equipment brought by the military. But who knows? Maybe they got it. They thought it was from the craft, but it was from the military. From something the military brought. We don't know. Vallée later and so it should have. Normally, this story would have ended right there. However, Jacques Vallée later interviewed relatives of Lieutenant Colonel William Brodie. Now, these relatives said that Brodie had been sent to investigate a communications tower that had ceased functioning. Brodie told his family that he had reported back to his superiors that the tower had been struck by an egg-shaped object that was on the ground some distance away. He also told them that he had seen 2 boys on horseback near the object. The military still to this day maintains the story of the downed weather balloon. However, get this, that right there gives corroborating evidence in a number of different places. Because Jacques Vallée was an immaculate investigator. This guy was impeccable. Okay? However, this particular incident was included in a recent military spending bill from December of 2022 with a specific provision for the systematic investigation of UFO UAP incidents by the American military. So yeah, this case was cited in a military spending bill where they're going to investigate UFOs. This, along with the Padilla and Baca testimony and the testimony of Colonel Brody's family, lends serious credibility to this case, and I believe it, because there were things going on right after the war. They were doing experiments with all kinds of different technology. A lot of it they brought back from Germany. There are rumors that the theories, I guess, would be a better word, that the radar gear, new radar equipment, was what brought down the Roswell craft. We don't know, because there was lots of UFO crashes then, because the Roswell crash had more than one UFO. I reported on that. Go check out my videos. But this particular one here is before Roswell, so it just didn't get all the media hype because nobody reported we got it down UFO, and then the next day retract the story. That being said, I believe this story. It is a credible story. Jacques Vallée, again, was an impeccable. Jacques Vallée was beyond reproach when he investigated these UFOs. So just keep that in mind. If you have more information to add, please do so. I'd love to read it. You folks have a good one. God bless one and all. Vanguard 1, Devo Pollin, a scientific representative from a pacifist race called the Gandhiri, has come to Earth to learn the one thing that humans do better than anyone else in the galaxy: to fight. In the sequel, Task Force Terminus, Earth is at war with an alien race called the Amdola. Devo Pollin's new commission in the Terran fleet exposes him to bigotry and treachery, and he comes to realize that sometimes political and military maneuvering are one and the same.